The night was dark and the storm was raging, lightning illuminating the sky in flashes of fear. Inside a small, dimly lit room in a remote village, a group of men huddled around a flickering candle, their faces etched with worry and determination. They were the Waldensians, a group of religious rebels who had been hiding in the shadows for centuries, whispering their beliefs in secret to avoid the wrath of the church. It was the year 1544, and the world was changing. The Waldensians, who had been persecuted for their beliefs since the 12th century, were about to take a bold step. They were about to write down their confession of faith, a document that would boldly declare their beliefs to the world. The room was filled with a mix of excitement and fear. If this document fell into the wrong hands, it could mean their deaths. One of the men, a young preacher named Paul, stood up and began to speak. His voice was calm but fierce. "Brothers, the time has come. We have been silent for too long. Our beliefs, our faith must be known. We cannot hide forever." The men nodded, their hearts pounding. They knew the risks, but they also knew that their faith was worth fighting for. Slowly, they began to draft their confession of faith, a document that would stand as a testament to their courage and conviction. Meanwhile, across Europe, the wars of religion were tearing countries apart. In France, the massacre of Wassy in 1562 had marked the beginning of a series of bloody conflicts between Catholics and Protestants. The streets were stained with the blood of the innocent, and entire communities were being destroyed. The violence was spreading, and no one was safe. In Germany, the city of Wittenberg was a hotbed of religious reform. Martin Luther, the man who had nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the Wittenberg Castle Church, had ignited a fire that was sweeping across the continent. His ideas were revolutionary, challenging the authority of the church and the way people thought about faith and salvation. In Switzerland, the city of Zurich was also at the center of the Reformation. Ulrich Zwingli, a high and controversial figure, had introduced radical changes to the church, leading to the development of Zwinglian theology. His followers, the Zwinglians, were spreading his ideas far and wide, but they were also facing intense opposition from those who wanted to maintain the status quo. As the Waldensians worked on their confession of faith, they knew that they were part of a larger movement. Their beliefs, once whispered in the darkness, were now part of a wave of religious change that was sweeping through Europe. But with change came danger, and the Waldensians were well aware of the risks they were taking. In the years to come, their document would be a beacon of hope for those who dared to believe differently. But for now, they were just a group of men huddled together in a small room, writing down the words that could change everything.